welcome to another video. This time we will be talking about what you need to know about the Forex industry before you even place your first trade. So a lot of you guys don't understand what causes the moves in the market, who controls the market, who's the major participants in the market, and this all comes together when we are placing our analysis, when we are creating our setups, because we need to go with the flow of these big institutions. So the Forex industry has been around since the 1970s. It grows bigger year by year. So the Forex exchange is currently the biggest market, trading around $5 trillion per day. If you want to put it in comparison to the stock market exchange, only trading around 22 billion a day. So you guys are here for the right reasons. So I want to bring you guys attention to banks. So as most of you already know, the Forex market is made up of all the currencies in the world. So when we are trading these currencies, we are actually placing bets in each country's economy. If a country is performing well or not, if a country is competitive or not. So the major market participants in Forex will of course be the central banks, will of course be the corporations that work with governments, or even the hedge funds, other types of institutions. So you need to understand the difference from this type of corporations and the retail side of the market. The retail side of the market is all of us that trade our own capital, and we are looking to make a profit out of these moves that we take from the banks, that we understand that the banks are making this type of pushing the price to a certain position. So before we even place our trades, we need to have in consideration or in the back of our heads that the banks, they have a certain type of operating in the market. They will place their sell orders in the highest bid position. They will buy their positions in the lowest point possible. So with this in mind, they have certain types of maneuvers to manipulate the market, to get price to reach certain points, and we need to be aware of this in order for us to catch the best position or get the best entry and ride the wave with the banks. So by understanding that we don't move the markets, the retail side, we really need to think what they are doing when we are doing our own analysis. So bringing you guys attention to the third point, it's not easy. It's a long, lonely journey. I'll also add another point here. It's not easy, and it's a one-player game. Okay, guys? So this is a really hard journey. This is a really hard path. It involves a lot of work, a lot of study, a lot of chart time. And let me tell you guys, like, it's really hard when we come with false impressions of how much we want to earn, of how social media portrays trading, how they make it seem that it's so easy, it's so attainable to make these profits and buy fancy cars or live in fancy houses. Trading must be taken as any other job, must be taken as any other occupation that you need to dedicate your time, any other skill that you need to put in the work in order to develop and be successful in this area. So what I can tell you guys is, really, before you even go, and I hear a lot of stories of how people jump into the markets, they lose 5, 10, 15k, and they don't take the time to properly learn the industry, to properly learn who makes these moves, who controls the markets, what causes this price moves to happen. So it's not easy, it's not for everyone, and it is a lonely game, because as we get to the next point, which is psychology, we really need to be aware that each one of us is different. So each one of us has a different personality, and this is what it all comes down to. So this is a you versus you type of game. So in order to be successful in this field, you really need to put in the hours to understand what type of behaviors are you having towards the market, what type of approach are you having, what are your losing trades, what are your winning trades, and really evaluate your performance. Put in the time to write down, journal your emotions, really be accountable for your own results. So if you get accountable by either your wins or your losses, you'll start seeing that it's not by following signals, it's not by being and placing trades with a gambler mindset. It really takes time to be disciplined in the market, to control ourselves, to be in the right spot, to understand our own approach. So we really need to have in account that psychology, it involves all types of different variables in every other person. So for example, if we have someone that is more reserved with money, of course they will have a more passive approach in the market. If you have another person that's a gambler or likes to shop a lot or to waste money on materialistic things, this type of personality will be way more active in the market, will be more looking for that one trade that will give him thousands and thousands. So it really comes down to you, to understanding your own feelings, your own way of dealing with money, your own way of approaching the market, understanding the market, taking the time to research, taking the time to make up a plan and follow the rules that you set yourself to. So moving into the next point, which is overtrading. So this is one of the biggest habits in the markets, one of the biggest mistakes. So we really need, in order to not overtrade, in order to not put our money at risk at all times, 4, 5, 10, 20 times per day, we really need to learn the industry properly. What I normally suggest or try to pass on to my members is that reduce everything. So less is more, quality over quantity. So if you are able to master a pair, to master an industry, so if you are looking at all types of industries, forex, crypto, stock market, you are all over the place. You have to be aware of all the news in each type of market. You have to be aware of how much you're investing and how much is the risk per asset. So it's a lot for you to keep in mind. So what I suggest, if you want to take trading as a profession, as a daily job, as your daily thing, you really need to start taking this as a business. So every loss you take will be a business expense. So really take the time to understand how the banks move, understand how this industry operates, understand how will you put or incorporate trading into your routine. Make up your rules, make up your trading plan, be disciplined to follow your trading plan. And with this, you will have the time management and you will have the quality versus quantity type of setups. Instead of looking for 10, 20 trades per day, you'll be looking for 2 or 3 trades per week because you're focusing on one pair, one asset class, and you will know your key levels way better than if you are watching 10 other pairs. You will know that you only have to operate at a certain time of the day, at a certain session, with a certain risk, and you are already pre-planning your entries, pre-planning your setups. You have way less stress because you are already aware of what can happen with the pair. So this will reduce the overtraining of your performance. This will take away a lot of losses because our job here is to protect capital. It's not to make money. Making money is a result of protecting our capital. So if we are accountable for our losses and if we are accountable for our wins, we will have way more discipline, we'll be way more strict with our confluences, with the way we enter, the time we enter, the amount we are entering with. So it really puts us in the best position possible to be in the most probable side of the market to happen. So to finalize, what is the best strategy, guys? So guys, the best strategy is really keep it simple. So if we keep it simple, we are not distracting ourselves with 10 types of pairs, with 3 different asset classes, with risk all over the place. We are accountable for our trades, for our wins and losses. We are accountable for our own mistakes. What did we do wrong? We are accountable for each moment, from the moment we think about placing a trade or that we are evaluating a setup into the moment we are monitoring, into the moment we are closing the trade. Everything needs to follow a plan. Everything needs to be in accordance to our own confluences, to our own discipline, to our own routine, to our own rules. So once we follow our rules, once we are with an edge in the market, this is the only way we will be profitable long term. So guys, this will be all for the video. I hope to see you on the next one. Take care and trade safe.